Hello, this is Cinema Magic. Take a few seconds to subscribe and then press the like button. Today, we are recapping the movie Symbol, made in 2009, written and directed by Hitoshi Matsumoto and Mitsuyoshi Takasu. Okay, now, let's begin. The film opens with a man, later identified as the protagonist, waking up in a pristine white room. He is dressed in a white lucha libre wrestling costume, complete with a red heart-shaped mask. The room is devoid of any discernible features or furniture, except for a peculiar panel on each wall. Disoriented and confused, the man begins to explore the room. He examines the panels, each adorned with a nipple-like protrusion. He cautiously touches one of the protrusions, triggering a chain reaction. The panels on the remaining walls illuminate, each revealing a different image: a baby, a bowl of fruit, a burning building, and a couple embracing. The man presses the protrusions on the other panels because he is curious about this discovery, which leads to a bizarre series of events. Pressing the baby panel produces a crying infant who promptly disappears into thin air. The fruit panel releases a stream of delectable treats, which the man eagerly consumes. The burning building panel triggers a shower of fiery sparks, forcing the man to retreat. Finally, the couple panel summons a pair of embracing lovers who vanish as quickly as they appeared. The man continues to experiment with the panels, discovering that each one has a unique effect. He conjures a variety of objects, including a cactus, a miniature car, and a samurai sword. He even manages to create a doorway, which leads to a seemingly endless corridor filled with identical white rooms. As he explores the corridor, the man encounters other individuals, each dressed in their own unique wrestling attire. They communicate through a series of gestures and pantomimes, seemingly oblivious to their surroundings. The man returns to his original room, determined to unravel the mysteries of this strange world. He continues to interact with the panels, gradually gaining a better understanding of their powers. He discovers that the panels can be combined to create more complex and powerful effects. In one instance, he combines the baby and fruit panels, producing a tree that bears baby-shaped fruit. He also combines the burning building and couple panels, creating a fiery inferno that consumes the embracing lovers. As the man delves deeper into the mysteries of the White Room, he starts to notice subtle changes in his environment. The walls begin to shift and morph, and the panels seem to respond to his thoughts and emotions. He realizes that the White Room is not just a physical space, but also a reflection of his own subconscious. Driven by a thirst for understanding, the man embarks on a series of increasingly elaborate experiments. He combines multiple panels to create a vast underwater world, teeming with exotic fish and coral reefs. He summons a flock of birds, which fills the room with their melodious song. He even recreates a scene from his childhood, reliving a cherished memory with his mother. Through these experiments, the man begins to unlock the true potential of the panels. He discovers that they are not merely tools for entertainment or distraction, but rather, they are a means of accessing a deeper level of consciousness. In one particularly revealing experiment, the man combines the baby, fruit, burning building, and couple panels. The resulting image is a complex tableau that seems to represent the entire cycle of life: birth, growth, destruction, and renewal. The man is overwhelmed by this revelation, realizing that the White Room is not just a random assortment of objects and events, but a carefully crafted allegory for the human experience. The panels represent the different aspects of our lives, and the way we interact with them shapes our destiny. Armed with this newfound understanding, the man sets out to explore the White Room with renewed purpose. He interacts with the panels in a more intentional and deliberate way, seeking to learn more about himself and his place in the world. He discovers that the White Room is not a prison, but a playground for the imagination. It is a place where he can confront his fears, explore his desires, and ultimately find meaning in his existence. As the man continues his exploration, the White Room throws new challenges his way. The panels begin to malfunction, spitting out random objects and creatures. A ferocious tiger materializes, forcing the man to use his newfound skills to defend himself. He summons a shield and a sword, engaging in a thrilling battle with the beast. The struggle intensifies as more and more creatures emerge from the panels. The man faces a swarm of angry bees, a giant octopus, and even a fire-breathing dragon. He uses his ingenuity and resourcefulness to overcome each obstacle, narrowly escaping death time and time again. If you are following along, do take a second to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment so we know you love this. Now, let's continue. In the midst of these trials, the man begins to question the purpose of the White Room. Is it a test, a punishment, or simply a bizarre form of entertainment? He searches for answers, but the room remains silent, offering no clues. Despite the constant danger, the man refuses to give up hope. He believes that there must be a way to escape the White Room and return to his normal life. He continues to experiment with the panels, hoping to find a hidden exit or a secret code. In one daring attempt, the man combines all of the panels simultaneously. The resulting explosion of light and sound nearly knocks him unconscious. When he comes to, he finds himself in a completely different room. This new room is even more elaborate than the first, with a higher ceiling and more intricate panels. The man is initially excited by this discovery, believing that he has finally found a way out. However, he soon realizes that this room is just another level of the White Room, a new challenge to overcome. The man presses on, determined to find his way home. He explores the new room, encountering even more bizarre and dangerous creatures. He faces off against a giant robot, a swarm of poisonous snakes, and a horde of ravenous zombies. With each trial, the man's resolve grows stronger. He refuses to be defeated by the White Room's tricks and traps. He uses his intelligence and his growing mastery of the panels to overcome every obstacle, inching closer and closer to freedom. Amidst the chaos and confusion of the White Room, moments of introspection and reflection begin to emerge. The man's journey through the various trials and tribulations triggers a series of flashbacks that offer glimpses into his past. We see him as a young boy, playing with his friends in a sun-drenched field. We witness his first love, a tender moment shared with a childhood sweetheart. We observe his struggles and triumphs as he navigates the complexities of adulthood. These flashbacks are not presented in a linear fashion, but rather they appear as fragmented memories, weaving in and out of the White Room's surreal landscape. They offer a glimpse into the man's life, revealing his joys, sorrows, and regrets. Through these reflections, we learn that the man has lived a life of both success and failure. He has experienced love and loss, joy and pain. He has made mistakes, but he has also learned from them. One particularly poignant flashback reveals a strained relationship with his father. The man recalls a heated argument that ended in estrangement. This memory fills him with regret, as he realizes that he never had the chance to reconcile with his father before his death. Another flashback reveals a pivotal moment in the man's career. He is offered a promotion, but at the cost of compromising his values. He chooses to decline the offer, prioritizing his integrity over personal gain. This decision haunts him as he wonders if he made the right choice. As the flashbacks continue, the man begins to understand that the White Room is not just a test of his physical and mental abilities, but also a journey of self-discovery. The trials he faces are not merely obstacles to overcome, but opportunities for growth and transformation. He realizes that the White Room is a mirror, reflecting back at him the choices he has made and the consequences they have wrought. It is a place where he can confront his past, learn from his mistakes, and ultimately find redemption. As the man continues his trials in the White Room, a parallel storyline unfolds in the real world. We are introduced to a Mexican luchador known as Escargot Man, a seasoned wrestler facing a pivotal match in his career. Escargot Man's story is one of perseverance and determination. He is an aging athlete, struggling to keep up with the younger generation of wrestlers. Despite his declining physical abilities, he refuses to give up on his dream of winning one last championship. His family, consisting of his wife, son, and elderly father, worries about his safety and well-being. They encourage him to retire, fearing that he will be seriously injured in the upcoming match. However, Escargot Man is adamant about fulfilling his destiny, believing that he has one more fight left in him. The film intercuts between the man's surreal experiences in the White Room and Escargot Man's preparations for his match. The two storylines seem unrelated, yet a subtle connection begins to emerge. The man's struggles in the White Room mirror Escargot Man's challenges in the ring. Both characters are fighting for survival, pushing their limits in the face of adversity. They are both driven by a deep-seated desire to overcome their obstacles and achieve their goals. As escargot man prepares for his match, he performs a series of rituals and exercises. He meditates, practices his moves, and seeks guidance from his family and his trainer. These scenes are intercut with the man's experiments in the White Room, creating a sense of synchronicity between the two storylines. In one particularly striking scene, Escargot Man visualizes his opponent, a young and powerful wrestler known as Silverhawk. This visualization is intercut with a scene in the White Room where the man is confronted by a giant bird of prey. The two images merge, suggesting a deeper connection between the two characters. As the night of the match approaches, Escargot Man's anxiety grows. He doubts his abilities, fearing that he is no longer capable of competing at a high level. However, he is reminded of his purpose by his family and his fans, who believe in him unconditionally. The man in the White Room also faces a moment of doubt. He has been trapped in the room for what seems like an eternity, and he begins to question his sanity. He wonders if he will ever escape, or if he is destined to remain in this bizarre world forever. The day of Escargot Man's match arrives, and the atmosphere is electric. The crowd is buzzing with anticipation, eager to witness the veteran luchador's final stand. Back in the White Room, the man senses a shift in the energy, as if the room itself is preparing for a grand finale. As Escargot Man enters the ring, the man in the White Room is presented with a new challenge, a series of increasingly complex puzzles and riddles. The room seems to be testing his intelligence and problem-solving skills, pushing him to his limits. The match between Escargot Man and Silverhawk is a grueling battle of wills. Escargot Man struggles to keep up with his younger and more agile opponent, but he refuses to give up. He draws on his years of experience and his unwavering determination, landing a few impressive blows. Meanwhile, the man in the White Room continues to solve the puzzles, each one more difficult than the last. The room seems to be responding to his progress, offering glimpses of the outside world through the panels. In a moment of desperation, Escargot Man performs his signature move, the Escargot Slam, but Silverhawk counters with a devastating blow, leaving Escargot Man lying on the mat, seemingly defeated. At the same time, the man in the White Room solves the final puzzle, triggering a chain reaction that causes the entire room to collapse in on itself. The man is enveloped in a blinding white light. And then suddenly, he finds himself back in the real world. He is no longer in the wrestling costume, but in his everyday clothes. He is sitting in the audience of the wrestling match, watching Escargot Man rise to his feet, miraculously recovered from Silverhawk's attack. With renewed vigor, Escargot Man launches a final assault, landing a series of powerful blows that send Silverhawk reeling. The crowd erupts in cheers as Escargot Man pins Silverhawk to the mat, winning the match and reclaiming his championship title. The man in the audience watches in awe, realizing that his experiences in the White Room were not just a random series of events, but a spiritual journey that has prepared him for this moment. He has faced his fears, conquered his doubts, and emerged stronger and wiser. The film ends with a sense of closure and resolution. The man has found his purpose in life, and Escargot Man has achieved his lifelong dream. The two seemingly disparate storylines have converged, revealing a deeper connection between the human spirit and the power of perseverance. If you enjoyed this move, be sure to check out our channel for more heartwarming stories about family, resilience, and the power of human connection. And don't forget to subscribe.